Welcome back to Montsweag Garage. Today, we're going to tackle replacing these wheel studs. Now you might be asking yourself, Sean, you said you don't have a press. How are you going to do that? With force!
Before we get started, I want to take a minute to thank everybody who's supported the channel, whether with a like, a subscribe, a comment. It really helps out and I really appreciate it. I also wanted to let you guys know about a new feature. On the home page for the channel, there's a new tab that's called a community tab. And it's a cool place for us to interact. So far, I've put up a couple of polls, kind of see what you guys want. Also put up some pictures from before I started making videos. There's some stuff with the engine rebuild. If you guys want to see more stuff like that in the community tab, absolutely let me know. And we'll try to get more of that. And for those of you that had asked for specific videos, I'm working on it. Without further ado, let's get these wheel studs replaced.
Let's go ahead and get this wheel off so I can show you exactly why I'm replacing the wheel studs. To do that, you need to use my new toy. I finally have an impact. Can't wait. Back when we first got the car, we went ahead and replaced the brake drums. To get the old brake drums off, we had to use a special drill bit that drills out the shoulder of the stud and lets you separate the drum and hub. Because we never replaced the studs, our brake drum is no longer pressed onto the hub. That allows it to wiggle. I don't like that. I'm going to go ahead and get this hub off and we'll get it up to the bench. Take a closer look at it. If you take a look here, this is a comparison of the old stud, which has had the shoulder drilled down, and the new stud, which has the full shoulder on it. This full shoulder will do a better job of holding the brake drum in place, so we hopefully fix the wobble that happens when we brake. Next, time to get those out. And that is where this comes in. Now, the key to getting these out is not to beat the crap out of it. You don't want to bend the hub. And you really don't need to. All it is a fairly light tap. And you will see them move ever so slightly down. And we continue that ever so light tap until it drops out of the bottom. Move on to the next. Then we're done taking them out. That's loud. We're going to fix that. My shoulder is not happy with me right now. Continue the pounding. Last one. Oh, you can do it. Oh. Shoulder no likey. Ah. I'm old and out of shape. There we go. So as we look inside, we saw a whole bunch of little teeth in here. So when we're putting the new ones, we want to line those teeth up. Then once it's lined up, just give it a little tap, kind of set it. Doesn't need to be straight, doesn't need to be in a whole lot, but what that'll do is once those teeth are lined up, when we go to tighten this down, it'll keep the stud from spinning. If the stud spins, yeah, I don't see that being good. All right, they're in. Now for the fun part. Now we seat our brake drum. Oh no, that's in the way. We'll fix that. There we go. So how we're going to pull these through, make them straight and tight, we're going to take an old lug nut, 3 washers. We take and we put the washer over, put the lug nut on, then impact. You'll hear a change in pitch. You'll know you're flush. And once you pull your washers off, you'll also see your shoulder has now come up through the brake drum. Before, after. Now we just repeat the process. I'm going to do this just like if I was putting the wheel on. I'm going to work around in a star pattern. And if I think it needs a little bit more, look in the back and you can see that it's not pulled up flush. So that one needs a bit more. Check the back again, and she looks better. Here's another way sometimes you can tell you're set, is your shoulder will actually go around the washer. Just give it a little tap, tap, tap. And off she comes. You don't know where that washer went. Tink, tink. That's fine. I have more. We'll finish up, then we'll get it all put back together. Failed to mention, when you do this, put your bevel side up. And there we have it. Our brake drum is once again pressed to the hub. Time to put it back together. Well, I've once again failed at being a YouTuber. Forgot to turn the camera back on, but we're back together.
Wasn't until I was upstairs editing that I realized I didn't turn the camera back on when I was putting the whole thing together, shooting the outro. Hey, good job, dummy. It is all back together. Spindle nut has been torqued down to 70 inch-pounds, which is the spec. And all of our lug nuts are torqued down to 55 foot-pounds, which is also the spec. It's 23 degrees outside. We're not going to take it for a test drive just yet. Hopefully we'll let it warm up a little bit. I have not driven it in the cold, and with the holes in the floor, I don't plan on driving it in the winter. There's no snow yet. That's yet. But we'll see. We did the passenger side hub off channel, so both our front hubs are done. Now we just got to do the rear. I eventually want to go through, check the gears, check the seals. At that point, we can pull the axles out and replace the rear studs while we're there. Thank you again for joining us. And if you want to see more of this great car, check out this playlist. Goodbye.